Hey kiddos, it's Miss Ellis. I am super excited to be starting our online instruction this year. I know that it has been really chaotic, maybe for some, and it's kind of crazy what things that are going on in society, but we definitely will be getting through all of this. I am here to support you the best that I can. I hope that you guys have been practicing great hygiene, that you have not gotten sick, and that you will not get sick, and that I will be able to see you guys face to face really soon. I want to basically just give you some instructions or some insight on Class Dojo. So, just very quickly, make sure that you and your parents are accessing Class Dojo daily, checking messages throughout the day during your actual class hours. You should have 3 different classes that you are assigned to as of now. If you have not, then you need to make sure that you check your classrooms. Check your classrooms and make sure that you have a class for both reading, for math, and science with Miss Lacey. It's going to be really important that you are checking each class for your individual assignments because it will not all come to the same exact spot. Okay? So that's that. Stay on top of checking messages. As you can see here on my screen, there is... Here, I'm trying to enlarge it real quickly. Basically, for Imagine Math and for Imagine Learning, I can address both of those. You guys, you need to make sure that you are logging on to Imagine Learning and Imagine Math for 30 minutes each day. After you complete an assignment for me, that's the first thing that you need to do. I will be posting that same picture on the links that I'm going to be sending you guys, just in case you may be having issues with logging in. So as you can see, it works best with Google Chrome. That is the information that you need to use to log in. If for some reason you still cannot get in, I will also tag in the link that I'm going to be sending you guys Miss Mosley's number. All my kids, you know who she is. You know what she does as far as technology. So if for any reason you cannot get in, I'm not your girl. Miss Mosley will be her, okay? If you got any issues with your assignments, contact me. So that's that on Imagine Math and Imagine Learning and logging into Class Dojo. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and jump into your assignment for this week. We are reviewing multiplying whole numbers. So with that being said, I'm going to go through our regular day as far as our I do, we do, and then the you do. And then if you have any questions, send me messages, do whatever you need to do. And then you will also get your assignment for tonight. You will have 3 problems that you need to work yourself. In the link that you're going to receive, you'll be able to access the form that you will be posting your answers on. Super easy. Super easy. If for some reason you happen to have issues with it, just send me a message on Class Dojo and then I'll get back with y'all as soon as I can. Okay? So I'm just going to jump right in to our lesson for today. Give me a second to get this cleared off. And this picture of the problems that you're going to see in just a second is actually in your motivation math book on page 39, I think. Page 39. It's going to be numbers 4, number 5, and number 6. So if you want to work these along with me right now, pause the video as you need to. It'll be great. So I want to address both strategies that we have worked all year long. Choose one that you would like to work with as far as partial products, and the other being the standard algorithm. So for each problem, I'm going to actually do standard algorithm first, and then we can go back and check our work with partial products. Okay, so the first problem says that Sanford's Food Mart purchases 208 cartons of eggs to sell to customers. Each carton holds a dozen eggs. How many eggs does Sanford's Food Mart purchase? Well, for starters, we know that we could typically use our get table. The get table helps us to determine basically if we need to multiply or divide in these problems. And so as we read through this particular passage or short story, it tells us that the Food Mart purchases 208 cartons of eggs. Each carton holds a dozen eggs. And so we need to know what a dozen actually means. So who knows how many a dozen is? Okay, I'm sure you guys said 12. Okay. Dozen. Okay, I need to switch back to a pen. Okay, there we go. So a dozen is equal to 12. And because we know that, we know our each. Since our each is 12, we're looking for how many eggs. So we're looking, since that's the question, is how many eggs, that means that we're looking for the total. And so since we're looking for the total, I literally cannot get this color together. There we go. How many eggs? That's the total that we're looking for. We want to know what is the total. So when we don't know the total, do we multiply or do we divide? You're right. We absolutely do. So, of course, our group has to be 208. So, if our group is 208, our each is 12, that means now we have to multiply. We're going to multiply 208 times 12. 208 times 12. Standard algorithm first. Okay, I'll walk you through these steps again. We always start with our bottom number that is in the ones place and multiply it by each digit that is on the top. So our ones, tens, and then hundreds place. So 2 times 8, what is the answer, class? Of course, it's 16. So what we're going to do, let me switch colors for you. 2 times 8 is 16, so that means we put a 6 here, and we carry the 1 over to the next place value. 2 times 0 is, that's right, it's 0, and then add 1, which gives us 1. Good. 2 times 2 is, perfect. So what do we do now? Of course we do. And then we mark off the 2 as well. So that means we have to go to the next place value, right? So being said, let me go ahead and switch colors for you guys again. We're going to put a 0 in the ones place since we just marked off the 2 from the ones place. And we're going to move to the next place value. And now we multiply 1 times the 8, the 0, and the 2. So 1 times 8 is, perfect, it is 8. And 1 times 0, good. And 1 times 2. Here we are. So we can now add. 6 plus 0 is 6. And 1 plus 8 is 9. 4 plus 0 is 4. And 2 and nothing gives us 2. Put our comma. We have 2,496 eggs total. Good job if you got that correct. If you did not work standard algorithm because you were waiting on partial products, here we go. We write the number off to the side. 208 times 12. So we're going to do partial products. 2 is in the what place? 100. So that means we have 200. What does the 0 tell us? Great. We just put a 0 and another plus sign. And the 8 is in the ones place, so we only have 8 ones. 12. How do I write that? How many 10s do we have? Just 1. So we're going to write 10 plus 2. Perfect. Draw your lines where you see your plus signs. And it's time to multiply. So we're going to start with the 10 and multiply by each of those numbers. 10 times 200. we always multiply our non-zero digits first and then just attach the zeros. So 1 times 2 is 2. And how many zeros do we have with those two factors? 3 total zeros. So we're going to attach 3 zeros. And then 10 times 0 is 0. Great. And 10 times 8 is 80. Beautiful. And then we're going to jump down to the last number and multiply 2 times 200. And since that factor has 2 zeros, we're going to multiply 2 times 2 and get 4 and attach 2 zeros. 2 times 0, of course, is 0. And 2 times 8 is 16. You did it. You did it. You did it. So let's add our numbers. I like to add mine vertically. So I'm just going to take 2,400. What is 2,000 plus 400? Yep. If you said 2,400 or if you called it 2,400, you are both correct. Plus 0 is great. And if you look at your ones place, 0 and 6 is 6. And 8 and 1 gives you perfect. So now we need to take those three numbers, not really the 0, and add them. So we have 2,400. I'm sure you guys could do this mentally. And add 96. So our answer, 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 plus 9 is okay. And 4 and 0 is perfect and perfect. There we are, 2,496. Same answer as what we got when we did standard algorithm, right? So if you would like to do partial products first and then standard algorithm or vice versa, just to check your work, that would be really, really awesome if you did that. So we're going to move on to the next problem. Give me just 1 second to clear this off. Pull my problem back up. Problem number 5 says, a group of 28 students plans to travel to Washington, D.C. A group of 28 students. Each student must pay $497 for the trip. Each must pay. So it sounds like we have our each already and a group, right? And it says, what is the total? This problem is super easy. They already have pretty much set us up, right, with our get table. We didn't have to really pick around for the answers this time. So basically, if we have our get table, they told us that the group is perfect. It is 28. And what is the each? That's right, 497. And we're looking for the total, which means we have to do it. You got it. Multiplication. So what are we multiplying? 497 times 228. So I'm going to go ahead and set my problem up. 497 times 28. I encourage those of you who are going to use partial products, go ahead. Start doing your problem right now. Don't wait on me. And you can check your answer as I'm working standard algorithm. And then you can check your work as I progress to that particular strategy. So here we are. Starting on the bottom with 28, we start in the ones place. So we're going to multiply 8 times 7 and then times 9 and then times 4. Those are some big numbers. So I encourage you guys to set up your T-tables for 8. If you don't know them, set up your T-tables for 8. And of course, since you're going to be multiplying 8 by 7, 9, and 4, you're going to have to do your T-table all the way down to the 9. So press pause on the video, get that set up, and then come back and check your work. Okay? Here we are. 8 times 7, it is 56. So we're going to write 6 and carry the 5 right above that 9. 8 times 9. Do you know what it is? Do you know? 72. That's right. 72. What is 72 plus 5? 77. Right? Here we are. We're going to write 7 and carry the other 7, over to the hundreds place. 8 times 4 is 32. What is 32 plus 7? Good job. It's 39. Perfect. Are we done? Of course we're not done. Silly. We're not done. So what do I need to do? We are going to mark off the 8 because why? We are finished with our ones place and then move to the next number. Great. So we're going to multiply the 2 by the 7, 9, and 4. We don't need that 5 or that 7 anymore. So we need to put a 0 in the ones place and start multiplying again. 2 times 7, class, is 14. Carry the 1 above which number? The 9. It looks a little messy right there, doesn't it? I know. 2 times 9 is 18 plus the 1 that we just carried. 19. Good job. Don't let Miss Ellis messy work throw you off. Carry that 1 over there above that 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And the 1 gives us, good job, 6 plus 0, it's 6. 4 plus 7, say what? It is 11. Okay, let's carry the 1. 9 plus 9, you know your doubles. That's right, it's 18, and then we add 1 more and get 19. Perfect. Let's carry the 1. What's 9 and 1? 10, and then 10 plus 3 is 13. Good job. Put your comma. So the answer is 13,916. So the question was, what is the total cost for the group of students to travel to? Goodness gracious, that's a lot of money for 28 students. But they're all paying $497 each. So basically we were adding 497 28 times. And we did it the super easy way by multiplying, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do it very quickly. 497 times 28 for partial products. And then, guys, you're going to be on your own and do the you do. But your you do is going to be those 3 problems that I'm actually assigning. And you will see those in a moment, okay? So here we are. 497 times 28. Partial product box. 400 plus, good, and then only 7 ones, good job. 28, okay, 20 and plus 8, you have 2 10s, so that means 2 10s, you have 20. Good job on that one. We need to now multiply, and again, we're going to use our same strategy, multiplying our non-zero digits first and attaching the zeros. 2 times 4, it's 8. And how many zeros do we need to attach? Good job, 3. 2 times 9 is, it's 18. How many zeros do we need to attach? Good. 2 times 7 is 14. And how many zeros? Just 1. You did good. We're going to go down to the bottom row. We have 8 times 4, which is, gosh, y'all are getting quick with these, 32. And attach how many zeros? Good job. I'm so proud. 8 times 9, you got that tea table from that okay. 72. How many zeros do we need to attach? Just 1. And then 8 times 7, good job. You did that one really fast. 56. So what do we do at this point? You're absolutely correct. We do need to add. This one is a little, big numbers. So that means that we need to be really careful when we line up our numbers. Make sure that we're lining at place value. So let's do column by column. We have 8,000 plus 3,200. 0, 0, 0, and 2 is 2. 8 plus 3 is, that's right, 11. I have 11,200 so far. We have 1,800 plus 720 that we need to add. Let's see if I can squeeze that on here. 1,800 plus 720. 0 and 0. And 0 and 2. What's 8 plus 7? That's right, it is 15. Carry the 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So far we have 11,200 2,520, and we now have to add 140 and 56. I bet we could do it right here. What is 0 plus 6? That's 6. 5 and 4 is 9. What do we add with the 1? Nothing. Great. So that means we need to add 196 plus 11,200 and 2,520. Whew. Let's see if I can do that on this screen. We have 11,200 plus 2,520 and 196. What is 0 plus 0 and 6? 6. That's really little. 9 plus 2 is what? It is 11. We're going to carry that 1. 5. So we can actually start at the very top. We have 1, 2, 5, and 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. And 8 plus 1 is 9. Good. 1 and 2 is 3. And 1 and 0 is 1. So, of course, our answer is, I'm going to write it on top of everything with a really big, bold number color so that you can see the answer should have been 13,916. This one got really messy. 13,916. You can always rewind this and look at standard algorithm to check that number, but this is all of our work. I'm super, super proud of you for pressing forward through this lesson. I know you guys are doing a really good job. So the thing that you're going to have coming up next is your 3 problems that you're going to work for homework tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take all of your answers that you submit to me, and then I'm going to see how well you guys did to determine which problems I need to work with you guys on online. So, good luck on your homework, and I will see you guys tomorrow.